Hi everyone, welcome back to the UNLV Nutrition Center. Today we are back with another video on living and eating healthy on a budget. In today's video, we're going to be discussing tips on how to budget for food. We'll be answering questions like, just how much money should I set aside for food each week? And how can I determine the areas in my life in which I'm spending too much money? If we don't know how to properly administrate our finances, we might wind up not having enough money at the grocery store checkout line, or we may run out of food before our next paycheck. Whatever your living situation may be, it can only benefit you to be more mindful about your money. So grab a pen, a pencil, a notebook, maybe pull up an Excel spreadsheet on your computer, and let's get started. First, you want to figure out and write down how much money you make per week and per month. Second, you want to write down all your expenses. Break it down into categories like rent, utilities, entertainment, clothing, as well as food. Don't know where to start? Can't remember all your recent expenses? Refer to past receipts or your bank history. Go down the list of withdrawals you made in the past month and sort them into your categories. Now that you have an idea of how much money is coming in and how much money is going out in 1 month, determine how much you actually want to spend on each of these categories. Where can you cut back, save a little more money? Maybe distribute that saved money to more important categories such as food. For example, set a limit for how much you want to spend on entertainment each month. Whatever money you save, put that instead towards your weekly grocery hauls. According to the USDA, at least $35 per individual should be set aside to eat comfortably every week. So, if you live in a packed household, multiply the number of family members by 35 to get your minimum weekly food budget. Now that you have a budget established, let's figure out a food plan. The first place you want to put your money towards is essential pantry items and cooking supplies. These are ingredients and items that are vital to all of your home-cooked meals, often things you can buy in bulk. Next, you want to choose your special food items. These are food items unique to the dishes you plan on making in the coming week. For example, maybe this week you decide you're going to meal prep a pot roast, and so all the ingredients for said pot roast will be your special selections for that week. What about eating out at restaurants, cafes, or fast food joints? The general rule of thumb is to minimize how much you eat out. The more you stick to home-cooked meals, the more money you're likely to save in the long run. But sometimes eating out at a restaurant is fun, and so if you can manage eating out once or twice a week in your food budget, then by all means do so. Or you can create a savings pool and save up for a fancy night out. Managing one's money is a never-ending, fluid act, and it'll take a few weeks of trying your food budget out and making the necessary tweaks to find a budget that works best for you. So remember that spreadsheet or notebook and continue to take notes as you go. Some questions to continuously ask yourself include, where did all my food money go this week? How many times did I eat out this week? What exact foods did I spend my money on? Were these expensive selections? Healthy selections? Could I have opted for a cheaper option without compromising the nutritional profile of the food item? What about your leftovers? Did you eat them or throw them out? As with all skills, mastering one's food budget takes time and practice, but you would be surprised how far mindfulness alone can take you. And now that you have a budget, it's time to get shopping. But before you do, be sure to check out our last video, 20 tips for grocery shopping on a budget, linked in the description box below. We here at the UNLV Nutrition Center hope you found these tips helpful. Best of luck and happy saving!